Hello everybody, it's Kirk Morgan here and welcome to my new channel. So I thought I'd start another channel, more of a personal channel, so you guys can get to know me. A lot of you know me as the owner of Space Pickle Designs LLC and owner of the Etsy shop over there. There's a lot of super exciting things coming along the way for Space Pickle Designs, but I thought I wanted to just kind of start this channel just for like a more casual area for us to greet and we can get to know each other a little bit better. It's less scripted. Not that Space Pickle Designs, the channel was necessarily scripted. But it's definitely following a formula that I kind of wanted to be more loose about in this channel. So, a little bit about me. I am active duty military. I've been military for 15 years, almost getting close to retirement there. I'm married. I've been married for 10 years and I have one toddler man and he is 3 years old. So we currently live in Colorado. And yeah, it's been quite a journey. I started my my personal journey with jewelry making about 10 years ago. And yeah, my style has evolved over time. The pieces that you see right here are kind of like a good little sample of what you may see in this channel. And so I kind of brought out my favorite pieces from the past like 6 months or so. I thought we'd take a look at them while we're getting to know each other. And so if you see here, a lot of our friends in the beading community have contributed to these projects in one way or another. I have a lot of items from Softlex, from Gina Gem Creations, from who else? Danielle Wicks, Sam's Bead Shop, and it's just such a lovely community. I love being part of the jewelry community. So I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. We're going to take a look at these pieces, and that'll just be a little bit of an intro for me as the first video for this channel. I'm excited to have you here, and let's get it going. One of my favorite pieces from this year was using a Softlex mystery design kit along with some of this this like sari silk recycled scraps for the base. I used a little bit of a Jesse James bead kit as well in there, and I just love how crazy it looks, and I can't wait to find an occasion to wear her. I think if I don't keep it, it will go to somebody very, very special because I just find that this piece just speaks to me. This is everything that I am. I just love how this one came together. And so, yeah, I'll zoom in a little bit here, but there's like chain detailing. There's blue wire in there. And I just love this one. I love the pops of green. Green's my favorite color. And having this big old chunky toggle on the back there is really cool too. So having this little shell pendant, I was like, I need to bring in all of these colors, and I feel like I think I got it going here. I did use like little pieces of chain too, as you can see. So like you can take your scraps from your bead soup or your scrap soup, whatever you want to call it, and create something really, really cool like this one. She's near and dear to my heart. Next piece here is made with silver silk and a Jesse James magical mystery bead box. And so what I did is I used a really cool pressed flower pendant and then just did wire wrapping with all these random beads around that silver silk. And so it's a silver silk pipe chain, and if you've never, or this is actually leather, I believe. So if you haven't used silver silk, definitely go give it a try. It's a unique medium to work with, but I just thought all the sparkles and everything going along with this one was just really, really fun. And I did add a little bit of Swarovski bicones in there to give it that extra little pop. So yeah, just using everything that you have at your disposal, and then just creating a really cohesive project like this. It's just so fun and satisfying when it finally comes together. This one was from one of my favorite Softlex design kits, and I think it was like Rainy Day, something with rain. And I actually used this pendant from their coffee kit because it's made, like, if you can see, from a spoon. But I really like the colors in the rainy day kit, so I paired it with that one instead. And I used this really awesome leather cording that was in like a distressed blue jean color. Super simple, but it has a really big message on it, and I really like this one. This is one that's like just perfect for everyday wear. You don't have to get too fancy with this one. Next up are some convertible pieces, kind of riffing off of a design by Danielle Wicks. And so Danielle Wicks had done this design, but in a different technique. I actually used herringbone technique for these two, but this is a double wrap bracelet. And so it looks really, really good on. And this is a necklace or a triple wrap bracelet. And so I just like the versatility of these. I like adding the gemstones and the check glass, and I thought her design was just so spectacular. I had to create it as well. And I feel like a lot of designers are really like, I don't want to recreate other people's designs, but I really love doing that because then I get in the headspace of that designer. Like, what were you thinking when you were making this? And so I think just having that melting pot, and by practicing other people's techniques, just takes your craft to another elevated level. So, and I like to support them too. Like, there's so much room in this community for everybody that I feel like, hey, let's just support each other, you know? So again, this is Danielle Wicks' design, just carried out in a herringbone style. And yeah, I really love this one. I've been really into the convertible necklaces that also turn into wrap bracelets this year. This little gem here is using one of the most recent bargain bead boxes. And again, I just like the simplicity of this one. This one is another convertible wrap bracelet necklace. And so we got our larva kite in here. We've got our labradorite. We've got our antique copper findings. And I just think this one's so cute, especially with the little crystal accents. And so like using them sparingly, just kind of like, you can wear this with jeans and a white t-shirt, you know, like it's just very simple and comfy. Okay, so this set is from Gina Gem's GGC Treasure bags, right? And she's so kind enough to send me those, or she has been kind enough to send me those. And one of the ones that she sent me, I made this set with, and I just thought it was so nice and elegant, and it was so easy because she gave you everything that you needed. Like, I had all the bead cones, the caps. I think the only thing that I added were these little, like, maybe the really tiny bead caps right here, but she sends you the chain and everything and the toggle clasp and everything with it. And so I really liked using these crystals. The crystals that she sends are great. They're not like a low quality crystal. And so I just made some of those earrings to match. And I just really liked the color combination. It was definitely that morganite pink color. And I have to be careful on how I use pearls. I'm not a huge pearl person, but when they're used like so sparingly in a piece, I really do think it elevates it without making it too formal. And so I really enjoyed working with that bag. Her bags are awesome. This cute little set was using the Book Lovers design kit from Softflex, and I really love this one as well. They gave you actually pages of books to work with, and like little pendants, little wooden pendants here. And so what I did was crumple a piece of one of the book pages onto this wooden pendant, and then created a little charm here in the front. And I'll bring it up so that you can see, but it was like once upon a time. So it's a book charm, right? And so I used a bunch of these different beads. I made a 2-strand in the front, and then yeah, I just kind of just had fun with it. Honestly, I really liked kind of creating these like floating components. So if you've ever seen like a floating necklace, I really didn't want it to be too tight. I wanted there to be some movement for the components. So I did like the little flowers at the end and then some seed beads. And so it's a pretty extravagant looking piece, but it was very easy to put together. And then I just made some companion earrings to go along with it, using those little hearts because, you know, it's appropriate for loving books. This little set here was just made using some really beautiful lampwork beads from eBay that I got, and I only had this many beads, but I just made sure to kind of space out those yellow beads in between the white and the black beads, and I just love this bracelet. I think she is so cute. And she's also got that like little textile feel about her. Some of those beads are bumpy, and so I didn't want to do anything complicated with the design. I just did some simple loops, and yeah, I think she speaks for herself. And then up here for the earrings, I had 2 of these yellow beads left over, and then some of the solid black and white ones. And so yeah, I just made some simple earrings that kind of mimicked the composition of the bracelet, and I've just been getting a lot of wear out of this set this year. Alright, so this necklace set could not be possible without the lovely Danielle Wicks, and all of these companies that I am talking about in this video for my favorite things, I will tag in my description box because, you know, this is a community. So go ahead and follow them as well. I would love it if you would follow this channel too. So she gave me a bead mix, and I think this was called the Star Seeds mix. And so what I did was just made a bunch of these peyote tubes and then strung them as I would a bead and made this necklace. And so I really thought this was a unique one. I really thought it turned out pretty well. And I'll bring you in so you can see the peyote tubes here. And so a lot of these pieces, if you like them, there are tutorials up on Space Pickle Designs. So I'll also link that second channel that I have over there. I just used some of the extra tubes that I had for a pair of earrings using some soft flex here at the bottom. Kept it simple. And I think she's just a gorgeous little set. I made these cuties with the GGC treasure bag. And this is the one, the colorway that came in the bag that I got. It also matches that like morganite crystal necklace, if you recall. And this is just super simple, like herringbone with crystal stations in there with the magnetic clasp. And so I had to do one in Space Pickle Design colors. It's purple and green. And so yeah, this one's just a personal bracelet of mine that I love to wear. I love her so much. She's so simple and petite on the wrist. Like, it's a very low profile bracelet, but this one's also really, really good for like stacking if you had a couple that were in like coordinating colors. So those are those 2 little bead woven bracelets. This chunky monkey right here was using the Market Marvels bead box by Sam's Bead Box with the design help from Danielle Wicks. As you can tell, Danielle Wicks is pretty much a color palette designer genius, and so all of her palettes that she puts together are just really, really nice and unique. And so in that box you get this amazing lampwork glass with the flowers, the check glass here, these spacers are my own, but the Z beads as well, and then these like Indian, they look like an Indian lampwork bead. And so this isn't a convertible piece because it's a little bit shorter, but you can just see, like, look at those jaspers there. I think it's a red jasper. It might be a different type of jasper, but it's like a faceted coin, and the facets on those are just so sharp and crisp, and just like, you just have to let sometimes the beads speak for themselves. And so that's what I did with this one. Last piece I'll show you before I let you go is this Dia de los Muertos themed necklace here, and I just love the bright contrast of the black and whites with the bright opaque colors in this one. And so I really loved how she turned out. This is one of 2 of my Dia de los Muertos necklaces, and I just thought all the components in here are so unique. I love this like really bright silver heart bead in there with the little skulls, and some of those like just random beads that you get from Jesse James bead mixes. And so I just really like how this one came together. She's so funky. Here's the little clasp area. I did use bright green cotton cord, but yeah, there she is. I thought she was just super fun to wear for that holiday. All right, so those are some of my favorite things that I've made. It's kind of like a little introduction to me and my style. And so I look forward to getting to know a lot of you on a more personal level throughout this channel. So if you wouldn't mind, just please subscribe, share my channel. And I look forward to seeing you in some more videos soon. Let me know down in the comments how you're doing and what videos you'd like to see from this channel going forward. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.